What's up, everybody? We got game 2 going on in this Scrimcast series once again. Back to see how these guys do between Sync and SG. And things started real slow and then all of a sudden picked up really fast. So that's why I'm a little behind here, but shouldn't be that big a deal. We put our bands to write down, and then there we go. Okay. So, bands coming out here are Tundra, Serpensington, Rhapsody, and Parasite. Nothing too crazy. Bensington once again getting taken out by Swindle, as he clearly continues to believe that that's a pretty problematic hero. So, it's at the point now where it's like, all right, it's just Swindle's gonna ban that a lot. So, okay. Sync now finishing up the first part of their draft with Pestilence, Master of Arms, and Torture. So, not really looking to go a jungler here. Tempest and Keeper of the Forest still available, but Floodsmeister not feeling like a jungle is necessary. Torture almost certainly be played in that support role, and Master of Arms very likely as well, as Pestilence will probably be the middle hero. So I'm guessing we're going to see a 1-2-2 strat here with Moa Pesty middle and Torture bottom as the zoning support for whatever carry they choose to pick up over here on Sync's side. Bubbles will finish off the picks for the Hellborn, as Ophelia and Pharaoh were their first two selections. So Pharaoh, I guess, in perhaps response to the potential of a Tempest pick, but obviously not going to be the case now, as almost certainly that hero will be banned out by Swindle Melons. Ophelia getting picked up as she was for some reason left open by Flensmeister, with both bans and the first pick choosing not to go for Ophelia. A little surprising considering how powerful that hero is, but SG goes ahead and picks it up with the first selection. I have no problems with that considering how good Oph is. Pharaoh slithered, obviously providing some versatility. Probably one of those two heroes will be in the suicide, the other one will be in the middle. And really, you could put either in either lane. There's no reason why, Sorry. There's no reason why Pharaoh or Bubbles couldn't suicide, or why they couldn't play that mid-initiator role. So we'll see what they choose to do. Obviously, having that versatility is very strong. So the initiation potential here for Hellborn, quite powerful. The push is quite strong as well. They're lacking a little bit of late game at this point, but obviously that's almost certainly something that will be addressed in later picks, as we're looking for a hero for Z-Freak and Chessie at this point. But generally, SG's lineup shaping up pretty well. Lots of stuns, lots of lockdown, and solid push, as well as some good team fight here. Legion's lineup, a lot of stuns, really. Pestilence and Master of Arms and Torture all having some pretty strong stuns. Initiation potential is quite there as well, Pestilence in particular, and they picked up both supports here. So they'll have some good anti-push with Master of Arms and some good push and anti-push with Torture. So kind of addressing SG's Ophelia a little bit and providing themselves some push. I'm a little concerned though, they don't have a lot of team fight. They've got a bit. They have some anti-gank potential with Master of Arms as well, and Hellborn's gank is strong, so that'll be very useful. But the dual support, I'm almost never a fan of it against a jungle lineup. It doesn't seem to work very well, and we'll see how it does in this game, but I'm not anticipating anything that is extremely powerful or extremely strong going up against the Ophelia. They're going to have to win two of their lanes extremely, extremely hard if they want to be able to take this game too late. And at this point, they can still go for a late game strategy here. Like, all right, let's win the laning phase. Hellborn have really strong mid game heroes at this point, but if we get a good enough start coming out of the laning phase, maybe we can carry that through the mid game and eventually go late with something in the hard carry route. Although Flens will ban the Puppet Master out here, so that's going to be his third and last bane. So they're Corrupted Disciple and Puppet Master, taking a lot of the short lane options out here, which is a little surprising considering both Sync and SG need a short laner. So perhaps shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here, although they are shooting SG as well. So their foot is up and they're shooting through it to hit SG. So it's like Saw, I guess. But weird. Anyway, I'm not sure if I would have concentrated that many bans on the more carry-oriented heroes. Now, both Slither and Puppet Master can also be played as supports, and we've seen Z-Freak play the Puppet Master support before, so I guess we have to consider that as a possibility as well. But I mean, there's no doubt that Legion have picked up two of these stronger supports already. They've already banned out Rhapsody, and that's obviously a really strong support as well. So I don't know, man. If I were them, I probably would have been like, all right, we've got our supports, you don't have yours, so I'm going to ban Empath and Amphora and Witch Slayer or Glacius or a Luna or something like that. Just try to eliminate support options for the Hellborn side, Pyromancer, and obviously there are so many that you can't get rid of all of them, but you could dump some stuff that would be very valuable to the Hellborn team. Probably a Luna is going to be high up on that list for her gank potential, so is Witchslayer with a lockdown, and Pyromancer is a more powerful support and a very popular hero for SG. They do like that a lot, obviously providing lots of gank and burst potential as well, so I would guess a Luna, Pyromancer, and what was the third one I said? I don't even remember. Witchslayer. Maybe Witchslayer, maybe Engineer. Engineer might work, although almost certainly be a zoning support up top, so probably not Engie, in fact. But Lodestone will be the fourth pick up here for the Legion side, and almost certainly be in the Suicide lane, as we've probably got Pestilence in the middle, so we're probably looking for a short laner here. Plenty of stuff still left on the board. Gemini is available, although he has fallen off a little bit in recent games. Obviously, we saw the Sandwraith played last game, and that could still work here. Moon Queen's on the board. Empath will get picked up here for the Hellborn side, so they're obviously still looking for a pretty hard carry as well, and I would suspect now we're going to see a 2-1 or a 2-1-1 strat with a jungler here from Hellborn, with Empath helping out up top and them going for a hard carry route. I believe Soul Reaper's still available. Obviously, that's a hero that Chessie likes quite a lot. Moon Queen's up on the board, so either side could pick it up. Bushwhack is available as well, and Chessie does seem to like that hero quite a bit, so we'll see what SG and Sync choose to do. Both looking for their hard carry at this point, and Sync having 8 seconds to pick it. We'll see what they go for. It is going to be the Moon Queen. So that rounds out their lineup very well. Moon Queen and Lodestone providing two things that they didn't really have before, which was team fight, and of course Moon Queen with the ability to go late, which I mean, Pestilence can go late a little bit if you want to put the farm on him, but he's not really a late game hero, more of a semi carry, not the true hard carry that Moon Queen is. Dark Lady being soft picked here by Chessie, and we'll see if they actually go for that. That'd be a little interesting, as SG isn't really known to run TDL. Obviously, by no means does that mean that they can't run TDL, but I would be a little bit surprised if they chose to. And we'll see. So far, I'm expecting the Bubbles to be middle and the Pharaoh to be Suicide, not just because Limp is on that Pharaoh, but because it seems like they'd want to get the levels up on Bubbles really quickly. They do tend to prefer that, and it will be the Dark Lady last pick, so not bad here. Obviously providing quite a lot of late game potential. Copying stuff down.
Let's get it on.
Anyway, so lane should be pretty obvious here. Moon Queen bottom with Torture, Master of Arms, and Pestilence middle. Yeah, Mickey's playing Pestilence, and he's their new mid player, so almost certain that will be the case. Bubbles playing Swinwell, excuse me, is on Bubbles, so that will almost certainly be a mid Bubbles. I suspect we'll see a dual lane middle for Legion and a solo for Hellborn. Okay, got everything down, and now I can get back into this. Anyway, no surprise, Lodestone heading up here, as Keizu is going to Put some stuff down. New alt avatar here. It's kind of cool looking. We'll trade some auto attacks here with the empath, get the essence link down, and have to eat a tree. As the harass is going to come out, but lodestone, man, you're so damn tanky. Those lodestone plates. Actually, this is definitely in range, so, and I believe they definitely sees that. So it will be countered really, really soon. And Case is just like, alright, you can hit me if you want, but I'm going to kill this ward. Notable that he does not have the rocket drill yet, so the lodestone plates, and obviously you can see that with the little plate floating around him, so he's going to take a lot of harassment here, and should be fine. It's going to be really hard to kill him at this point, especially considering he's got a tango and three more tangos and a health bot, I mean. Anyway, so lodestone should be boxed out fairly effectively here by empath, as she is a good zoning support, but I doubt either of them will kill the other. Middle bubble is also going to be very difficult to kill, despite the fact that they have a dual stun lane here. Obviously, take cover on the charge shot really isn't that difficult because of the travel time. And in general, bubble's a more defensive-oriented hero. That's why we see him as a suicide. So it's going to be hard to actually kill him on the Legion side. Bot lane Torture helping to zone out Pharaoh. No surprise there, as that impalement makes him one of the stronger zoning support heroes. So really, both sides putting down lanes that we should entirely expect. There's really no surprises here. Nobody going, alright, let's get crazy with this a little bit. And Torture is once again trying to do some stuff to limp here. Not really going to happen, so. First blood. If I had to guess a lane, I'd say bottom. And look at that, Pharaoh's already in some trouble here. And yeah, you're in trouble there, buddy. A couple more auto attacks. One more Moonbeam. There it is. So. Look at that, I made a prediction and it turned out to be right. It's just, you know, Pharaoh's a strong suicide, but he doesn't have as good an escape mechanism as the lodestone does. There's a lot of harass coming out from Torture and Moon Queen, so it's going to be very difficult for him to get away from all of that. The stuns, the impalements, so much damage. He doesn't have a reliable escape mechanism like Bubbles or lodestone. So not a huge surprise really that Limp gives up first blood in the bottom lane. Up top, lodestone continuing to be harassed a little bit. It's already level 3 here, so Kaiser's really not being forced whatsoever. He has eaten all of his tangos, and is sitting on just the health pot left. Obviously has rocket drill at this point. And Chessie not doing bad at farm at all at 300 gold per minute, but 415 here for Flensmeister, so he's having a real solid time down here, not just in terms of the CS, of course, but it's also that first blood helping out 12 and 9 compared to Chessie at 14 and 5, 15 and 5. Shoot, middle lane's lap going to drop here as Ophelia coming with a Minotaur Stomp will get the stun onto Master of Arms. Bubbles point of Porian with the Shellstar Song and Sea and finish him off with last auto attack. Mayat's going to be in some trouble here. We'll get it turned on. Yep, there it is. But the Walk is there and not going to do too much really. Pestilence should be able to just flight out of there. Essence Link is going to be available. Minotaur Stomp going to be up as soon and we'll break it there. Where's the Stomp? Actually not going to happen as the Impale Stomp comes out and prevents the Stomp from the Minotaur, so not going to be able to turn it on to making not a huge surprise there that he lived. He just had a little too much health. So solid roam there from Empath trying to help up middle lane a little bit as obviously Swindle can use that, but it's going to be very difficult to kill this Pesty. Not just because, you know, he's generally tanky and has the flight, but because he also has the stun, he's got the backup from Master, and Bubbles' magic damage is strong early game, but it's not really going to be enough to kill Mick and his Pestilence. Off to the side, meanwhile, Courier actually gets picked off by Z-Freak. You're looking for the stun onto Master, and you get the wall off, so well done there. And he's going to take a bunch of Ancient damage here, and there's definitely going to die. The question is, nope, not going to be the Ancient, so well played there from SG, managing to pick off Slapped once again, and preventing him from dying to the Ancients. He might have been able to live there if he had actually not aggroed them, because he took a lot of damage from that, and that really helped killing up the kill. I think he was dead either way, but I think he drew the aggro a little too early. He needed to wait so that he could put the charge shot down and run into them. Chain reactions there, gonna hit on Limp, and he's in a lot of trouble. Impalement gonna go out there, but there's all creeps here to absorb this. A couple more auto attacks is gonna be enough, and that will be enough to kill him. Up top, meanwhile, Keizu does fall. as the wall goes out, plus the Essence Link and a couple auto attacks here. Dark Blade's obviously preventing the Rocket Drill, and that will be it. So 2 kills on both suicides. And once again, the beauty of replay casting is that I can go back and say, hey, look, I missed that, but let's go watch it. So game relatively even right now, 3-3 hero kill lead, and golden experience is just about equal. With the GBM charts, we've got 373 for Dark Lady and 404 for Flensmeister, so a little bit more top-end farm for this Legion side, as both Pestilence and their middle lane and their short lane are out farming their opposition. The issue, of course, is once again with the jungler. You got Ophelia here at 240 gold per minute, which isn't the greatest farm in the world, but it's better than 160 from Torture and 67 from Master of Arms. And that's really the issue that you continually run into with the jungle strats is Hellborn have lost mid and they have lost bot. And they've lost bot pretty hard, in fact, because, you know, it limps at 100 gold per minute, 89 gold per minute. And Flensmeister's at 200 and 380, excuse me. So, despite that, despite how hard they lost bot and the fact that they also lost mid, they're not losing on total resources. And in fact, they're starting to build an experience lead now, which isn't surprising because that does tend to happen when you go jungler versus no jungler. And this is a reason that Swindle's so adamant about running junglers in Han, because that's the way to do it. Like, you have to do that stuff. Up top, looks like Empath will be looking for something here on Lodestone, won't find it though. So he will be able to back up. Obviously has his bottle as well. Lots of regen there, very helpful. And there's Darkblade's in. Gonna stop the Rocket Drill and the wall coming out. Well done there from Z-Freak. A few more auto attacks will be enough to take him out, and they will actually be able to grab the kill here on Keizu. So those Darkblades, man, lasting quite a long time. That silence being reapplied every time, of course. Pretty big issue. Dark Lightning there will get onto Bubbles, so he'll stop his mana pot, but not much else. Has the Kelp Field available, and Pesty's in some trouble here as the Ophelia maidens are coming in, but obviously they did get spotted by the Creep Wave and the bugs on Bubbles, so Ophelia will head back into the jungle. Bottom lane Flens continuing to farm pretty well at 415 gold per minute, continues to be the game's leader. Chessie just under 400 GPM himself. And SG slightly ahead at this point, but really not by very much at all. Pulls off to the side, looking for a jump here onto Flensmeister. They want to get a kill. Obviously, Farrell's level 5, so I suspect they'll be wanting him level 6 before they decide to do that. And Swindler will retreat to the middle lane. So here's going to group up here on bottom, perhaps looking for a tower push. This tower is less than half. And Torture has level 3 impalement, so that'll be helpful. I don't know if Lodestone is spotted here, and now he definitely is, obviously. 8-minute rune going to be a hotly contested here. Will be grabbed there by Swindle, and he's not going to take the Rocket Drill stun. Nice wall there. Going to stop the hasted Pestilence, and yep, that'll be it. Bubbles able to just barely grab that refreshment rune and get the hell out of there. Up top, it is a DD. Pestilence will be able to grab that. Top tower also being pressured by Ophelia and Dark Lady. And this should be a tower kill pretty easily. As Hellborn aren't really defending it.
Her Hellborn had destroyed a Legion tower.
Middle lane, Kelphield going down on top of the Essence Link, looking for the stun, won't find it. Breaks the Essence Link with the stun, while also being helpful. Has the DD rune though. A Shadow Storm coming in from Lodestone will be trying to hit on somebody, not going to happen. So just enough to back them off to get Mickey out of there, but unable to actually clean up anything. And SG's starting to pull a little bit ahead here, 1,800 gold and 2,000 experience. That's creepy. Master's taking out a camp here. Charge shot even being used. Up top, Bloodstone and Dark Lady going at it once again. As Keizu has returned to this top lane. Under 200 gold per minute now, so he was doing pretty well before and doesn't seem to be doing so well now. Limp at 131 has recovered a little bit. Obviously still doing worse than Keizu, but he was really suffering. Took a couple of deaths, of course. Refreshment regeneration up top, I mean. And they will go on to Mika here on this Pestilence. He's going to put the Kelp Field down and will in fact take the stun. It's not going to be enough. Skeleton King Net is there, but that's going to be too much support here from Keizu on that Lodestone, and they will not choose to pursue it. Not a bad idea, really backing off there, but they do drop the Kelp Field. And perhaps mid lane to be pushed in, as Ophelia has 3 creeps. We've got 4 total heroes here for the Hellborn side. Chessie continuing to farm top. And I think this is going to be a mid-tower push. Legion side are not super interested in just letting this fall, though, as they were with the top tower. Master putting the goo down. And Lodestone getting spotted out there by the rocket. So obviously this is going to be a little more difficult to push, as Master is there. Lensmeister's still bottom, and actually 2 ports coming in bot to try to defend this tower, and they will do so. They'll get the deny off here.
Ain't nobody killing that tower but me.
Ancient to be taken here. These are tripled. And TDL presumably going to be the beneficiary here. Swindle getting a bunch of them. Ophelia's gotten a few. I'm trying to give him this Chessie as much as possible, but he's really not getting that many. So he'll get these last 2, and that'll help us farm up. And he will have a sustainer very soon. I assume that, actually he might not be going the Cleave build. He's already got an Energizer on top of Ghost Marcher, so at this point, it might be a little bit late for Cleave. Yeah, he's going Abyssal Skull, so this is not a Cleave build. And I think this is just another instance of SG going, we're not going to go late game in this. I suppose I don't really want to compete with the Moon Queen. I think Moon Queen will outcarry Dark Lady. And especially because Dark Lady doesn't tend to go for lifesteal, and MQ does. So, I mean, you will see Abyssal Skull. It's not like it's impossible to ever build an Abyssal Skull on top of Dark Lady, but it's not extremely common early on. And she might have it late, but, you know, in a 1v1, it's a bit of a toss-up. So I guess they're feeling like, yeah, I don't really want to deal with that. Let's try to end this early. We've got a really strong early mid-game team, with Bubbles, with Pharaoh, with Ophelia, and Empath all being extremely powerful in the mid-game. Looks like Kongor might be the focus here, as Ophelia and Dark Lady are going at it. Empath, in fact, jumping inside of TDL. And Hellfire helping out, of course. So this will be a relatively easy Kongor kill, and early on for that matter as well. Token presumably going to TDL. She does sell her stout shield, and that should be
Kongor has been slain.
a nice token for her. Good gold boost there for SG's side, as Sync was actually whittling down that experience lead a little bit. Middle lane going to be pressured here, as you're in trouble there, Pesty. Wall going out, well done. Mummy Wall's on top of that, and they're going to put the ultimate from Moon Queen down. Limp does fall on top of Mickey, so that's a 1-for-1 at this point. Empath trying to run away. And Moonbeam is there on top of Bubbles. Nourish Blessing goes out. There's the Kelp Field onto 2. Skeleton King Nets are going to be there under Torture, and Support, you're in a lot of trouble here, buddy. He will drop. Going to put the counter kills trying to come out onto Chessie, of course. Has the token, will die to the Shadow Storm, but Slap needing one more auto attack. Mickey going to jump back in here, will stun there. Swindle Melons is in a lot of trouble, puts the Song of Sea down. Wall coming out, and we're going to try to get a kill onto Mickey. Actually, no, Flensmeister will get dropped by the Dark Blades, as there goes Mickey as well, and now Keizu in a lot of trouble. A couple more auto attacks, there's enough. Swindle is going to be able to finish that off, and he picks up a double tap, so ends up being a 4-for-1, I think? Yeah, Swindle died, but he came back. No. Did anybody die? Yeah, Limp died. I was pretty sure somebody died. But the token as well. So it ends up being a 4-for-2, I guess, and a tower, and they're going to still triple stack to Ancients here, and that's a pretty big deal. So that's going to be a pretty huge resource swing in favor of SG, not just winning the team fight and taking the tower, but also stealing the Ancients. All of a sudden they're 7.5k gold, 6.5k experience up, and they're in a pretty commanding position at this point. Flensmeister still 380 gold per minute and will continue to farm extremely well. Has that Whispering Helm, looking for the Firebrand next, presumably. Going for Energizer on top of Steam Boots, obviously a very common build, very powerful. But Sync right now needs to start pushing some towers. It's 15 minutes in, they just have the one tower on bottom that was denied.
Don't be jealous of me now.
Okay. I won't be Ophelia, don't worry about it. Anyway. Stagnations here is Chessie, and... You might have actually... Okay, good. That doesn't sound spawn anymore. I thought it did. That's good to know. Bound out here on Empath looking for some wards, but not quite finding any. There's one over here as well as here and here, so mostly defensive wards here for the Legion side, not a surprise, as they're a bit on the back foot right now. And the pretty strong gang potential here of the Hellborn side, the Alien Station they've got, could present a problem. Middle lane Kelpfield is going down there. Haste Bubbles is off, but just the port away from Mickey, and he will be totally fine. Just once again getting stacked here, so a little interesting actually that they're choosing to continue to stack these Ancients. I mean, Moon Queen needs them, but they're going to have to protect them now. There's no wards here, so I think one of the support heroes really needs to get a ward down there, and it looks like that's what Zlap might be doing here. Maybe, maybe not. Because they've already been stolen once, and I believe they know that they've got a Whispering Helm creep over there, or SG knows that there's a Whispering Helm creep over there. And they will continue to steal that stack if they're given the opportunity. Zlap putting a ward down up there, so that'll help a little bit, but I think they probably need one actually there. Yeah, so that's good. Word of Rev forcing any vision from Hellborn to be countered
destroyed a Legion tower.
to make sure that those Ancients are protected. And it looks like the push from here, from SG here, is going to be pretty strong. And they're going to go secondary tower. They've got 4. Swindle's still in the middle lane. But there isn't too much of a defense so far here from the Legion side. And Ophelia will push these towers very fast. Here comes a port. We're going to see some initiation off to the side as Pestilence is running in with a flight. Going to find Ophelia here. Nothing going to happen though, as both sides just basically going to lock eyes and run away. Ancient's going to be tripled here. Bubbles might have done that, in fact. Or no, he just scattered them, that's what happened. So they are tripled. We'll see if SG tries to steal them once again. Portal key picked up there by Pestilence really late. Really almost a 19-minute portal key. And Mickey is just not having a great time. 300 gold per minute, not that bad. I don't know what's taking him so long. Master and Moon Queen off to the side there, but here's an Invis Bubble. He's going to put the Kelpfield down and do a bunch of damage. Pharaoh coming in with the Wrath of the Pharaoh. Flensmeister's in a lot of trouble. He is not quite going to die. Yes, he will to the wall. And we're going to see if they can actually get any return kills here. Slap dies as well. 2 for 1. Nothing exchanged in favor of Legion. Off to the side. Shadowstorm is about to go up. Will hit here onto Chessie, but he's just going to run away and puts the ultimate down, in fact. So that's why the entire Legion side is retreating. Off to the side, Mickey going to jump once in onto TDL. And that's going to be a support kill off to the side. Essence Link breaks there. Flensmeister coming back in with the buyback. Puts the ultimate down. Going to kill Limp, but Mickey in a lot of trouble still. A couple more auto attacks and he will drop. There it goes. Flensmeister in a lot of trouble now as well. But Ophelia here going to drop first. We'll see if Flens can actually survive this, and it looks like the Whispering Helm is doing a lot. Take cover there, going to help out. Chessie going to come in here and finish off Lensmeister. Keizu, the only one alive. Excuse me, his lap is still up as well. Looking for a rocket draw into somebody. Will stun. Actually won't. Take cover is there. And Shellsurf going to finish it. There goes the CC vote. And that's game. So, another strong fight there taken by SG as they kill Flens. He buybacks. They kill him again. They kill Mickey. He buys back. They kill him again. So, things just sort of snowballed there for SG as they took a really strong mid-game team. They didn't do super well in the laning phase, but man, they were very good. And the 15 to 30 minute mark or whatever, that's what the team was very scary, and they continued to take advantage of that scariness. So well played to them in game 2. They take a 2-0 series lead, and we'll move on to game 3.